Welcome back for a special new pickups video. This time around, I'm calling this one Nerd Pickups, as it is going to be a combination of a couple things. One, statues. Two, looking at a few movies. And also some recent pickups. First of the recent pickups I had is a Dragon Ball Z beanie with the 4-star ball. Also picked this up at Hot Topic. Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom hoodie, which is pretty awesome and very comfortable. I just love the overall Tears of the Kingdom logo design and stuff. I think it's pretty awesome. But with that said, also of the other things is the statues. And also I'll be showing what they look like outside the boxes as well. So with that said, first up is recent pickup Vegito statue, which you see in the background right here. Next is Adult Gohan in part of the Great Saiyaman costume. And Super Saiyan, of course, Future Trunks. The possessed version of Vegeta with, of course, the M on the forehead. Right here. Android 16. Getting ready to, like, blast his, of course, fist. And the last is kind of cool. A little bit smaller, but Yusuke Urameshi for, of course, Yu Yu Hakusho. And up close, or closer, this is how they look. Total, actually I think it's pretty decent quality overall. And at least they got, like, sadly can't see too good. But I think they did a decent job. And given these are much more reasonably priced. Now, a lot of these you can actually find at Wally World, believe it or not. This is probably one of my personal favorites, is the Vegito statue. But this is also a pretty cool one as well. With Android 16, as he was always one of my favorite characters in the later era of DBZ. The Yusuke Urameshi, and yeah, those little things, of course, to help keep it balanced, so you can put it up without having to worry as much about stuff falling, which is a definite positive. Trunks, I'm not sure why they designed him like this. But if you're at all curious about a lot of these, you can find, weirdly enough, at Walmart, and they mostly run about $24.99 or so. And then the Adult Trunks, or Adult Gohan, which is a little different color scheme. It's almost kind of partially like see-through plastic, which I find interesting to say the least. And last of the figures, this one, which will probably stay sealed, is pretty nice pickup for, of course, well, final form anyways of Frieza, which I like the fact it does include Ball as well as different faces and other hands and stuff, so you can do different overall looks. On average, these tend to cost a little bit more, though surprisingly I also came across this at Walmart as well, weirdly enough. A lot of this stuff is actually sold in electronics department, which is interesting to say the least. And the last bit of the movies, the first of all, probably a bit more about nostalgia and the fact it's dirt cheap. As I'm a big fan of the original American Tail, as well as Fievel Goes West. I have heavy nostalgia for. Never actually watched the other two, direct-to-video movies. Of course, American Tell, the original, is the only one that ever actually got a theatrical release. All the others were... Oh, wait, no, I take it back. Five Foot Goes West, I think, got a brief theatrical run, weirdly enough. All the others were straight to VOD. Also, because of Halloween being last month, I decided to pick up, as I found it, for, I think it was like $9 on Blu-ray, American Psycho, which, by the way, is a superb great film. It is probably one of the best films that Christian Bale has ever done. And that's the thing, like, he just killed it in this movie, in my opinion. American Psycho is a definite must-watch film, in my opinion, because he really gets to show the range of his acting abilities on this specific character, I think. Also, found dirt cheap, weirdly enough, Season 1 of course, House of Dragons, the prequel to, of course, Game of Thrones, my #1 favorite show of all time. So, eventually, yeah, I wanted to get a hold of this. I bought this off seller I know on eBay. He usually just keeps digital copies of box sets and stuff, and then he just sells the physical version. So you can usually get a very good price range on most of the movies and stuff he sells. Just 3 more. Next is the most recent Insidious film, Insidious: The Red Door. Personally, I actually like this film a bit more than I expected. I will say it is definitely a step up from The Last Key, in my opinion. And plus, it was great to see the Darth Maul demon return. And use Tiny Tim music was definitely a very good touch. Bringing him back and playing a brief amount of Tiptoe Through a Tulips again. Thank you for that. Heading on to the past, as it's been sort of like a franchise thing through the years. Second to last, a film I definitely highly recommend anybody watch if you get a chance. Easily my top 5 favorite films of the year, bar none. And Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. As anybody knows by now, I'm an uber fan of Spider-Man in general. And it's a great solid sequel in my opinion. And last was a recent straight to Blu-ray release, the newest standalone Mortal Kombat film. Mortal Kombat Legends Cage Match, which is really funny if you ask me, and I'm actually really looking forward to watching it, as I have not seen it yet. But I've really been enjoying these animated Mortal Kombat films so far, way more than, of course, the more recent live-action film. I much prefer these. But with that said, that is it for this first edition of Nerd Pickups. Well, and one other thing, I'm not sure what people think, but I've always liked, I couldn't resist the plush, a creeper. Love creepers. Well, with that said, I'll see y'all next time. Stay safe and have a good November. See y'all again soon, same time, same YouTube channel.